Hi guys, welcome to our Lamborghini Huracan review. We're at the Sydney Motorsport Park in Western Sydney to test out the new Gallardo replacement. So as you can see, it's got a completely different body compared with the Gallardo, mostly carbon fibre with lots of aluminium in the chassis as well. That's shed about 40-50 kilos from the weight. So now it weighs 1,422 kilos. Got massive brakes, 6-piston calipers, big air intakes in the sides, feeding air straight into the 5.2 litre 448 kilowatt V10. So I'll have a look inside. So we've heard a lot of criticism that this isn't special enough for a Lamborghini, but when you see it in the flesh, your mind will be completely changed. This is definitely not your everyday car. The driving position's very low, the roof is very low as well. Legroom is good, headroom is pretty good as well. I'm pretty short, but it's just there, the roof, so if you're really tall, there might be a bit of a problem. The A-pillars are quite intrusive, you can only just sort of see out that corner. And then vision out of the rear window, I'm not sure if I can get the camera to see that. It's pretty limited out the back window as well. It's quite luxurious, everything's leather except for this little plastic bit of trim for some reason. But it feels like a high quality product, and it feels a little bit like a Volkswagen or Audi, which is obviously the parent company. You've got this futuristic center console with all these little hexagonal sort of buttons and switches. Then of course the start button down at the bottom here. And new for the Huracan, obviously there's a completely different car than the Gallardo, but it's got a complete digital instrument cluster which shows all your speed and all your settings. We'll get it out on the track and see how it goes. I won't be able to put the camera on my head because we're wearing a helmet for this, so I'll just try and stick it on the side, and hopefully you can get a bit of an idea of just how much of a performance machine this is. So there we have it, the Lamborghini Huracan 610-4. On the track it feels mind-blowingly powerful, gets up to speed almost without you realising how quick the speed is gaining. It reminds me of sort of like a superbike or a 750 or 1000 or something like that, 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. But at the same time it's friendly. With this changeable driving modes, you can pick a mode that's suitable for either driving to work, for instance, or suitable for the track, and it really makes a difference. The steering becomes a lot firmer, the stability control backs off a bit when you've got it in Corsa mode, and then when you've got it in Strata mode, it's friendly. The steering's light and it's easy to drive. Anybody could drive it. It's perhaps not as lively on the track as, say, a Ferrari, but it's very sure-footed. The four-wheel drive system works very well to distribute the power and pull you out of trouble. I tried pushing it a bit around the corners to try and provoke some understeer, and it did understeer a little bit, but that's only when you put it into an extreme situation, which is not on the racing line, and you know, braking at the wrong times and steering at the wrong times. But other than that, it's very sure-footed. You could really push it around, say, a track like the Nürburgring, and have fun with it and not feel intimidated by it. So there's a question about, is it a real Lamborghini? Well, Lamborghini has moved on from its Countach days with the clutch pedal that requires Arnold Schwarzenegger legs, but this is a lot easier to drive, and it's available for more of the market, and you have to sort of understand Lamborghini's position on that. It wants to sell more cars. It's a company, so it has to broaden the skill sets that it's got, and that's what the Huracan does. Thanks for watching. We'll keep them going with the point of view reviews, especially with the sports cars. Do leave any comments for feedback. We appreciate all types of feedback.